What's up, guys? We're back with another video. If you are new here, my name is Sammy and we are the Mermaid Gang. This is where you can come and suspend your disbelief. I am your favorite YouTuber and your favorite manifestation coach. Everything I do is literally the best. So if you would like for me to help you dissolve whatever is between you and your manifestation, go ahead and sign up for coaching with me below. Also, some of you guys have been asking me about phone calls. Look, I don't do phone calls, but you know who does? Mama Mermaid. My mom does phone calls. She fucking loves phone calls. She loves talking to you guys. So if you want to sign up for phone calls, or you like phone call coaching where you can actually have a conversation, my mom is the one to book. I will leave her link in my description as well. I'm just not a phone call person, but my mother, she loves that shit. So if that's what you prefer, definitely book Mama Mermaid. She's amazing. She's really good with revision. She's more Neville based than me, but we still have the same, we still teach the same shit. She also has a YouTube channel. Some of you are already subscribed to her, but yeah, book with Mama Mermaid for phone calls. She loves it. So let's get into the video. I asked my Twitter people to give me some LOA myths to bust, because TikTok LOA culture is terrible. Y'all are giving law of assumption a bad name. Some of y'all are terrible people. You are teaching shit you know nothing about. You're just spewing whatever you think gets views, and you're hurting people, or you're leading them astray. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So what I'm gonna do is bust some myths, and I'm pretty sure a lot of these are from the TikTok spiritual LOA culture. So let's see what we got. Repetition means obsession. I think there's a couple of ones that are just like that one. If you affirm a lot during the day, you're telling your subconscious you don't have what you want. That affirming something means you're not in the end, that you have to be in past tense or forever stuck in the waiting. What are y'all out here teaching? Okay. Let's start with shit you don't know 101. Science has proven that repetition impresses the subconscious. So why in the fuck would affirming... First of all, your subconscious doesn't have an opinion of its own. It only knows what you tell it. So if you're telling it, I make $1,000 a day, I make $1,000 a day, I make $1,000 a day, so-and-so loves me, so-and-so loves me, so-and-so loves me, so-and-so loves me, your subconscious is not gonna go, I feel like you're in lack, so I'm not gonna give you that. I don't accept that, because in my opinion, you probably don't have it. In my opinion, as your subconscious mind, I think you're affirming from lack. Please, what, where does that make sense? Thousands, probably millions of people can tell you that from repetition, they have rewired their brain. That is how you rewire your mind. Repetition. Repetition of negative thinking is what got you in the shitty lack situation you were in. Your subconscious doesn't have a fucking opinion. Your subconscious is just taking whatever you're telling it. So if you're telling it negative things, then that's what you're gonna get. If you tell it that your person loves you over and over again, your subconscious is just like, oh, well, must be true. It's what we're thinking all the time. That shit doesn't make any sense, what you're saying. How your subconscious doesn't have the ability to judge or decide if what you're affirming is coming from lack or if it's true or not. Your subconscious just takes whatever you're telling it. Period. That's all it does. It just receives. It doesn't judge. It doesn't decide. It has no opinion other than what you tell it. Repetition is how you rewire. Repetition, replacing opposing thoughts, is how you rewire your brain. If you want to talk Dr. Joe Dispenza, how you make new neural pathways. Repetition of the same thoughts, or he even says the same feelings. Repetition, your subconscious does not have the ability to decide that you're affirming from lack. Thinking of or living from the end simply means I am thinking as if I have what I want, and I'm doing it over and over, because the more I repeat the same thing, the easier my subconscious is going to accept it and think it's true, because your subconscious doesn't know shit that's going on in the 3D. It knows nothing other than what you tell it. So if you're staring at a zero balance, but you're relaying the message of $1,000 or $100,000 to your subconscious over and over, your subconscious can only know what you're telling it. It can only know $100,000. It doesn't have eyes. It doesn't have the ability to judge. This sounds very much like, oh, this sounds very much law of attraction. It sounds, it's giving, the universe will decide if, you should have it, or if it'll find something better, or if you're not doing it correctly. That's what it's giving. It's giving bullshit. That's what it's giving. Repetition is how you impress the subconscious, spiritually and scientifically proven millions of times. Go look up any success story. They're gonna tell you, I affirmed, or I visualized, or I did something scripted, I did something that told my subconscious I have what I want already. That's just how it is. So whoever is out here telling people that repetition comes from lack, what are they supposed to do? This is where that shit pisses me off, because y'all will go on there and tell people, just decide or just assume. How the fuck do you think they're gonna do that? If they already have one assumption and it's the opposite of what they want, their brain scientifically is going to keep, it's familiar with that, so it's going to keep proving that assumption to them. They're going to keep thinking those same thoughts unless they what? Unless they change it with repetition. Repetition is needed to convince the subconscious of a new belief. Otherwise, it's just going to keep pushing out the same shit it already believes. You can't just say something different one time, unless you, with repetition, create the belief that you can. You can't just say something one time and all their problems are going to be solved. It takes the repetition. Repetition is not coming from lack. Repetition is the method that is required to tell your subconscious to reflect something new. If you affirm a lot during the day, you're telling your subconscious mind you don't have what you want. No, you're telling your subconscious mind you do have what you want. How else are you going to do it? How else? How else are you going to tell your subconscious mind that you have what you want, other than thinking it? Let me know. It's not making sense. It's not making sense. These theories are not making sense. These theories are just, they're not making sense to me. How else are you going to tell your subconscious mind that you have what you want, aside from thinking as if you have it consistently? Because affirming all day is just being consistent. Your theories aren't making sense. Know what you're talking about before you get on the internet trying to get views. You have no idea what you're talking about. You probably never manifested shit. And if you did, I can guarantee you had to do it with some kind of repetition. Whether it was affirming, whether it was scripting, whether it was visualizing. You had to do one of those. All of that requires repetition. Stop feeding bullshit. That's dumb. Guys, my subscribers, new subscribers, everybody watching this video, I don't care, whoever. There is no such thing as coming from lack, manifesting from lack, doing anything from lack. If you are thinking as if you have what you want, there's no possible way it's coming from lack. You're doing what is required to convince your subconscious to start reflecting it into the 3D. Whatever you feed your subconscious, whatever you feed your mind, the thoughts that you think consistently, naturally, this is just how it works, get reflected out in your 3D. So if you're not thinking, repeating, as if you have what you want, it can't be pushed out. It just can't. So please, I don't want to sound like a bitch. I really don't care, actually. Be careful who you're watching on TikTok. I don't recommend LOA TikTok in the slightest. If they're telling you that something is coming from lack, the only way you can be in lack is literally affirming against what you want. Literally thinking about all the shit you don't want. That's it. If you're living from the end, if you're thinking from the wish fulfilled, if you are thinking as if, you're not in lack. You're doing what needs to be done to convince or just to push your desired results into your subconscious so it can push it out into your reality. It's really that simple. There's no coming from lack. You're not coming from lack. Be careful what you watch, okay? Be careful what you consume, especially when it comes to law of assumption, because unfortunately, anyone can call themselves a coach or a teacher. Anyone can come on here and say anything, really. And on TikTok, they can do anything that they think is going to get views and get them paid. Just, if it feels like what they're saying, if what someone is saying upsets you or makes you feel weird or makes you concerned or worry or gives you anxiety, the vibes are off, bestie. The vibes are off. Skip that video. Probably don't listen to that person. Okay? You'll know. You'll know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this myth was busted for you. Please keep living as if you have what you want. Please keep thinking as if you have what you want. And keep repeating until your world is reflecting it and until it's normal for you. Please. Please also be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we out.